to welcome you on the 175th meeting of Agora Speakers Nepal. Agora empowers you to become a brilliant leader and a great communicator. So I would like to welcome you all once again. And now I would like to invite our meeting leader to continue the meeting. So please welcome Mr. A.S. Hriaya Shrestha to open the meeting, to lead the meeting. Hriaya sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you and good morning to all. This is our 175th meeting of Agora Kathmandu Speaker Club. Today we have only one speaker, and today's theme of meeting is serving other. So I would like to introduce our role takers first. First of all, our role takers. Today's we have grammarian Agora speaker Kanchan Rajgiri. Please introduce yourself and your role. Agora speaker Kanchan Rajgiri.
Thank you, meeting leader Agora speaker Riman Shrestha. So today I will be your grammarian for this meeting. So as a grammarian, I will be trying to look at your grammar, and I will also be seeing if you are making the very good use of grammar. I will be pointing out the good use of grammar, and the today the word of the day is suborn, S-U-B-O-R-N, suborn. The meaning is to bribe or otherwise induce someone to commit an unlawful act such as perjury. So the example is he was accused of composing to suborn witness. So it looks like a very difficult word, suborn. So it means to bribe. So I request all of you to and do that. We will app. So I'm done. Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Is something wrong?
No, you are audible.
Kanchan has completed.
Okay.
I'm finished.
Thank you, Agora speaker Kanchan Rajgiri, for your role. Okay, so next role taker is our filler word counter, Agora speaker Pavitra Pangeni. Please highlight your roles.
Thank you, Speaker Hriaya sir. Today I am your filler word counter. Filler words are the unnecessary words that come spontaneously while you are speaking, like short pause, long pause, tongue clicks, and the repetitions and some gestures. So try to use less of it because your speech will be effective and listeners will be connected to you. So at the end of the show, I'll be presenting filler word counter report. Thank you.
Thank you, Agora speaker Pavitra Pangeni. So next, our role taker is timer. Timer is none other than Agora speaker Kinjal Shrestha. Please highlight your role.
Thank you, Mr. Hriaya Shrestha. Today I'll be in charge of reporting your time taken. As you can see on agenda, each speaker has minimum and maximum allotted time. When the minimum time is passed, I'll be turning my background into green color. and I'll be turning my background into green color. 1 minute later, I'll be turning my background into yellow one. And then when the speech reaches the permitted time, I'll be showing the red one. Thank you.
Thank you, authorized speaker Kinjal Shrestha. So today's we have meeting evaluator none other than Prateek Kharel. Authorized speaker Prateek Kharel, please, will you please highlight your roles?
Thank you very much, meeting leader. So my role is meeting evaluator, also known as overall meeting evaluator. My job will be to take care of the third part of this meeting, which is the evaluation session. And I don't want to spoil much, but basically, I have one speaker. He will be getting an evaluation from his direct evaluator, as well as the lovely people who just introduced themselves. The indirect evaluators will be giving their reports as well. And on top of that, I will give my short and sweet evaluation of the meeting as well. So looking forward to it, meeting leader. Thank you.
Thank you, authorized speaker Prateek Kharel. And we have today theme of meeting is serving others. Serving others. So now this is the situation of pandemic, due to COVID. So we are nowadays we are serving others, right? So this is the main theme of the today's meeting. So we have 3 sessions today. One is hot topic session, second one is prepare speech session, and third is our evaluation session. Now today, now the first session is hot topic session. Today's hot topic master is none other than our veteran speaker, Agora speaker, Amit Opreti. Will you please take the hot topic session? Floor is yours.
Yes, sure, sir. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Hriday, sir, for that wonderful introduction. I'm not that much veteran, but I would love to practice my public speaking. And here I am today with the hot topic speech session. And as you all may know, this hot topic session is for the impromptu public speaking. We all have the fear of public speaking, and our club is dedicated with the motto of to enhance our public speakings and leadership skill. And in this hot topic session is one of the vital session that fulfills that mission. And today I'm coming with 3 questions. Okay, and we and this is an impromptu, means when I give the topic, then you have to select and speak on the topic and about in 2 minutes. Okay, and the first topic, and I would encourage, if there are any new members or those who have not taken the roles, the preference would be given to them if there is any contest. And the first question is that now in recent, like 1.5 years, the whole world has been problematic due to COVID-19. Now the question is, what is the one lesson that you have learned from this COVID? Like we are not sure that such any health disaster can be like this. So what's the one lesson that you have learned from the COVID, like a personal lesson or anything, one lesson that you have learned from COVID? Struggle with COVID and everything. What is the one lesson you have learned from the COVID? The time starts now. You can just raise your hand. May I repeat the question? What is the one lesson that you have learned from COVID-19? Anyone, please? Or may I please request Asmita to try this question? Asmita, are you there?
Hello everyone. This is my first day, so I'm little
Okay.
to talk, so I'll try my best at next time. That's it.
Y- y- Okay, okay, no problem. Any one of you?
Okay, may I try?
Yeah, yes, you.
So the one lesson I have learned, and maybe the world has learned from this pandemic, is that everyone is vulnerable. Nobody is perfect, because as we have seen, not only the country like Nepal or the developing world or least developed countries, but even the uh, powerful countries, they have a very vulnerable health system, and everyone can be affected at every time. So,
Mhm.
so I think um, it's just about cooperation, helping one another, serving the humanity. That is the need need of the present time, that can only save us from mm, the all kind of disasters, that can save us from uh, all kind of pandemics. The serving humanity will help us cooperate with each other, and that will lead to the sustainable fulfillment of the sustainable development goals. Uh, so that's the thing I think. Uh, that's the need of the hour, humanity, uh, because all of us are vulnerable. Thank you very much.
Uh, Thank you, Agora speaker concern. And as you have stated, like inspirationally, we are all are vulnerable. Yeah, that is the lesson learned. And relating with this theme, serving us and the to solve other, like we have to come together as we are all are vulnerable. So that is one of the lesson that we all learn. Then my next question is that like the Agora Club, we have different clubs around the world, and this is one of the leading club in Nepal uh, in regard to public speaking. Now we like everything, the change, we have to change the organization uh, as per our the request and needs. Now the question is that if you were the president of the Agora Club, this club, okay, what one thing would you have changed? If you were the president of the Agora Club, what one thing would you have changed? Or you wish to change, or you wish to introduce something? Ours is a collective leadership, that's fine, but still, if we are the president of the Agora Club, what would you have changed one thing? This is the time to grasp your Agora speaker Tulaja, could you please try this? I feel that you are the contestant for the president.
Sorry, sir. Oh,
Hmm?
no, not like that. If
Okay, okay.
can I mute my video?
Yeah, yes.
Can I do like this?
Yeah, yes. Yes, you're, if you have any on that.
Oh yeah, I want to try making new participants, new members as possible, as much as possible. How can we get like this? First, I wanted to increase the numbers, and after that, I think about quality of the Agora speakers. Uh, so I want to stick on quantity first. That's it. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Although it was short and sweet, yeah.
Thanks.
Uh, oh, we have like, as per her suggestion, we have to enhance our memberships, both in terms of quantity and as well in the qualitative aspect of our meeting as well. And my third question is that, regarding gender, we are either born as male or female, but if you were given the opportunity to choose in the during your birth, before birth, what would you choose, either male or female? It's 2 minutes, okay? Just try to make your speech to at least like 1.5 minutes.
Can I talk in this?
Yeah, yes, sure.
Okay. So
Thank you,
today,
Prateek.
okay, thank you very much, our topic master. Today, I think we have a very, very mellow crowd, just wanting to listen, not wanting to speak. Maybe it's the morning or something. But talking about the topic, well, I have an interesting thought in this topic. Interesting, I think interesting. So I think many people know about the butterfly effect, right? If one small thing can happen, change in the past, then it might have infinite ramifications in the future. If in the morning, rather than drinking milk, I drank coffee, then the whole day will change because I just drank coffee, something according to that. So whenever something comes up, like when somebody asks me, if you could change one thing about your life, one thing, what would it be? My first answer is nothing, because if I changed one thing from the past, that would change who I am right now, the path that I went down, the things that I think, and everything would change. Me fundamentally as a person would change. So something as big as gender, that would have so many ramifications, right? Not only for me, but for the people around me, my parents, my grandparents, my family, my relatives, my friends, the path that I choose, the things that I think, everything. So whenever this question is asked, what would I change? I'd rather not change anything, because I'm comfortable with where I am. I have a path in mind. I have done something. I want to do more things. So thinking about a different life, I don't think I can. I can barely think about my own life. I barely have enough time for that. So thinking about a different life that I could choose, I think I would be lost into delusions and just that I don't even want to start. The bottom line, I think I'm happy with who I am, and I'd rather be a male, that I am. Thank you very much. Back to you, hot topic master.
Thank you, Prateek. And that was also an inspirational speech, and we can learn from him as well, like how to make an impromptu speech with an end message clearly. And now the fourth topic is related with the theme. Uh, like we all have got instances where we have served others or we have been helped by others. So could you please share one personal story related with this theme, serving others? How, like any personal story that has touched you, either you have served others or you were helped by others, with theme that we need to serve others,
So, shall I try?
Yeah, yes, sure.
Okay.
It's Rosni.
Thank you. Yeah, it's me. I couldn't
Okay,
open
thank
my
you.
webcam. So I have been helped by others. Like there was a time when I was in too much pressure. Like when I have planned to start my BE engineering, then I have not informed my mother and my dad that I'm going to give exam of scholarship. Then suddenly I have planned to not inform anyone. I have decided to go independent. So I was in the state to fill the form. That was the last day, and I don't have that much money, and that was a unplanned event. So there was a friend of mine. He is from Switzerland, and that was the last day. So I don't have enough time. I didn't have that much time either. So he had helped me with the money that is only 1,000 rupees at that time, but that means a lot for me. And he had also dropped me to the bank. We have filled the voucher, and then he had dropped me to the bus station because I had to go to the Pokhara to give the entrance exam. And that day I have literally feel that if you do good to someone, then it returns to you. Like I'm the person who always try to help someone, either by speaking with them or by something else. But and that day that person had became angel for me, and he had helped me with that. I have given the exam, and I have received the scholarship. So whenever I study, whenever I pass from a special moment or anything, then I always remember him. And we don't know them closely, but still he had helped me a lot. So I would like to request everyone, please help others, and that may change someone's life. That like that event had changed my life. So thank you so much. Back to you, Amit sir.
Thank you very much, our speaker Rosani Pandey, in this view. So, due to no light in Amit's house, he was suddenly disconnected from our meeting. Thank you, Rosani Pandey. So now we are going to another session. So now another session is our prepare speech session. Before that, we have our guest today, Asmita Luitel. Will you please introduce yourself?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ashmita Lojal. I'm from Japa and currently residing at New Baneshwar. I'm pursuing my master's degree in management stream from Nepal Commerce campus.
Thank you very much, Asmita. Welcome to our club.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now we are moving to our prepare speech session. Today's we have speaker, Agora speaker, Pawan Kumar Sharma. He's the ambassador. He's the ambassador of our Agora speaker Nepal, and he has done his PhD in computer science and technology. Please welcome Agora speaker Pawan Kumar Sharma. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Amit clear. But I think my evaluator should start.
Sorry for that. Today he is evaluated by Agora speaker Pawan Joshi. Please highlight your roles. Agora speaker Pawan Joshi.
Thank you so much, Speaker Shrestha. So today, Dr. Pawan Kumar Sharma is in his 15th project, is his speech analysis of emotion. The major objective are he need to do a speech analysis of a selected project for use of and appeal to emotion and effectiveness. So best wishes for your speech. I hope you'll successfully complete the speech. So best of luck.
Thank you, Pawan Joshi, President also. And before starting my evaluation, I would like to play the video which I chose for evaluation. It is 10-minute video. Please bear with it.
This technique was used by a lot of people, and they came back telling me in the comments that, ma'am, the technique worked magically for us and I'm improving, it's giving me such great results. So if it is helping them, it will help you. And it is a proven technique actually adopted by speech therapists in the world. My mind goes blank when I speak in English. Now, this is one problem that I have heard so many times, and I just want to say one thing to that. It happens. It used to happen with me, and I can totally understand if it happens with you. I have a few ideas to share with you on the video today, and I'm sure they're going to help you. There are some amazing tips for you, and if you follow those tips, even if you follow one of those that I'm going to tell you about in the video today, I'm sure you will be far ahead of where you are right now with this problem of yours. Okay, so let's start. My name is Alina Reis, and we are going to talk about this very common issue of mind going blank, words not coming to mind. So you take pause and your confidence is lost. You are shaky, you are scared, you're hesitant, you don't want to continue. You're like, man, I am done. This is just too hard. I don't want to continue. All right, just hear me out and I will convince you that that is not supposed to be your approach. Your approach should be of a fighter. Your approach should not be of somebody who is ready to give up on the first obstacle. Okay, just hear me out. I'm going to be sharing with you a few tips which I have proposed earlier also in a few of my videos, but then some of them are going to be new also. Now, the first thing that I want to say over here is that the problem is not your vocabulary. You just need very few words in order to speak properly in English. The problem is not with the vocabulary, the problem is with your hesitation of new. The hesitation that you face when you are trying to do something new because you're habitual of speaking in your mother tongue. You're not very used to of speaking in English. So there is this hesitation. This is the issue. Then there is another problem. The problem is your habit of the mind to attach itself to the comfort. Your mind is not ready to give up on the comfort zone. That is another problem that you're facing right now. Trust me guys, if you can say something in Hindi, you can say it in English also. It does not need too much to speak something in English which you've just spoken in Hindi. You can try for yourself. ये बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. क्या इसको बोलना मुश्किल है? Is it difficult to say this? This is looking very nice. Simple. If you can say something in Hindi, it was just a very lame example. I'm sorry about the lameness of the example, but it just actually occurred to me and I did it. So the thing is, I used to think that when I was on the journey of learning English, of learning fluency of English, and I used to think this to myself, that if I can say something in Hindi, I am 100% sure that I can say that in English also. And that is what I used to actually practice. I used to actually practice that. I used to actually, instead of saying something in Hindi, I would stop myself and I would say that thing in English. And right then, you need to correct yourself right then. Another thing that I would want to say over here is that think of all the benefits that you will receive once you master your English, once you master your communication skills, because communication skills have a lot to do with English these days. You can't deny it. I will never deny that. There is definitely a connection between the communication skills and the command over English, and we can't really deny it. So think of all the benefits that may come to you once you start practicing English regularly and start overcoming the problem and the pain that you feel when you are trying to speak in English and the words are not really coming to your mind and your mind is actually giving you a lot of trouble and blanking out. Think of all the benefits. Just for once, think of all the benefits, and the light of the gain is going to help you overcome the darkness of the pain. And that is what I want to say to you on a very strong note here. The gain is so much more than the pain, but for the gain to come to you, first you will have to handle this pain. It's not a mother tongue, and none of us have it. No, it never came to me like that. I used to struggle with it every single day, and that is how gradually it started to come to me. And easier, and that is how they will become easier for you also. I mean, after all, you are also a human being, right? I am not a superwoman. You're not a man, you're not a superwoman. You're all very normal human beings, and the path is same, right? It's just that how quickly you walk it. So just walk the path and quickly reach the destination. Why are you delaying? Let's talk about technique. Some of them are magical. Like one of them, your heart back to the tongue. 2 sentences where you want to go back to your mother tongue. Don't do that. Otherwise, what is the point of standing in front of the mirror and speaking? I mean, you're not crazy, right? Trying to speak to yourself. There is reason you're standing in front, much the heart wants, do not listen to it. Continue with English, stand in front of the mirror, start speaking on any topic that you choose. Any topic. Talk about fruits, talk about vegetables, talk about some shows you are watching, or talk about the movies, or maybe some character in the movie, or maybe about yourself, what your heart wants, your desires, your fantasies, whatever. Topic can be anything, okay? So mirror technique is one of them. Then another technique is my technique that I proposed earlier in a video, where you can put on the earphones, okay, and put on some music so that you can't hear yourself speaking, and then try and record yourself on a video and start speaking English. This technique was used by a lot of people, and they came back telling me in the comments that, ma'am, the technique worked magically for us and I'm improving, it's giving me such great results. So if it is helping them, it will help you. And it is a proven technique, actually adopted by a speech therapist in the world. So why not try doing it yourself? So all you have to do is put on the music, record yourself on the camera so that you can go back to the recording and hear yourself speaking, okay? And when the music is on, you will not be able to listen to yourself, your hesitation will be under control. Then another technique would be use fancy words. Your words have to be simple, absolutely simple. That is one thing that I have said 1000 times, and I'm going to keep saying it till eternity. Do not use fancy words, keep it very simple, okay? Another way that I used to do to practice English was, I used to pause the shows. If I'm watching something on Netflix, I would pause the show and I will repeat the character. So repeat the subtitles. Actually yourself, speak them. That is when your mind will get training and your mind will adopt the idea and be familiar with new words, okay? And one last thing that I would say, it's the most important thing to follow in order to actually work this problem out completely, is, I will spell it out for you. Practice. Practice. Just practice. That's what you've got to do. Practice. I mean, trying to learn a new language without practicing it is a waste of time. Not me. 1,000 people say that. A million people say that. So practice is most important. It's most necessary. And remember one thing, if it had been easy, you would not have wanted it. You want it because it is difficult. Okay, I'll explain this concept with the help of an example. You know, see, it's not a matter of good or bad. It's not a matter of good or bad. It's a matter of easy or difficult. Imagine, just hear me out with an example here. Drinking water is extremely good for your health, you know that, right? But do we drink enough water? Do we drink actually enough water in a day? No, we don't, because it is easily available. Now imagine yourself in the middle of a desert, okay? You're in the center of a desert, you have just half-liter water available with you, and there's scorching heat, too much heat, and you just have this much amount of water with you. Now imagine the worth of this water. Will you even waste one single drop of this water? No, you will not, because now it is difficult. Now it is not available. So anything that is not randomly available is something that your heart desperately wants to attain. If it is easily available, you would never value it. That is how it is. So there is this quotation that I quoted in one of my previous videos, and people loved it so much. So I'm going to say that again. This is the quote by Bob Marley. If she's amazing, she won't be easy. If she's easy, she won't be amazing. Do you agree with me? That is exactly the case with English. I hope this video was helpful. If you like this video, please give it a like and share it with somebody whom you wish to help. And I will be back with another such video very soon. You take care of yourself. Bye.
Thank you. Life is a comedy to those who think. Tragedy is those who feel. Jean Ryson said. Today, I am going to have emotion attachment with just provided speech by Rice. There is 6 kind of emotion in our Agora guide. 1. Anger, which normally defined as It is the emotion carries by enthusiasm towards someone, something you feel liberated on. Second one is disgust. This emotion response of rejection, revulsion to someone potentially contagious or even something considered offensive, distressful, even unpleasant. Another one, fear. Really, fear is unpleasant emotion caused by threat of danger, pain, and even something harm. Even this we think of it as a fear. Another one, happiness. Happiness is emotion which is a state of character of feeling joy, satisfaction, contentment, and even fulfillment of life. While happiness has many different definition, it involves positive emotion and life satisfaction. Another one, sadness. Sadness is another type of emotion which is often defined as transient emotion, state character by feeling disappointment, grief, hopeless, disinterest, and dumped mood. Like other emotion, sadness is something that all people experience from time to time. The last one, not other than surprise. Surprise is brief mental psychology state. Started response experienced by even animal and human as the result of unexpected event. Surprise can be very balanced. That is, it can be natural, modest, even pleasant, unpleasant, positive, or defined only. Before going to the video, I choose 4 video to present as my analysis. First one was Black A Lively gives emotional speech for child pornography, which I think that is not proper because that is misguided and the source was not correct. Second one, Aishwarya Rai. Aishwarya Rai did emotional speech on regarding cancer patient, which was totally sadness. That's why I rejected that. Another one, Dare to Do's channels. They have emotional speech for broke the internet, which is combination of 3 motivational speech, which is uncasual. That's why I didn't did. Fourth one, Subheksha Khadka. Yeah, Subheksha Khadka. She has done regarding fact of Nepal, which was inspired speech, which again I didn't choose because that is totally irrelevant. And lastly, last week I found this video, which my mind goes blank when I try to speak English. It was happened to me couple of years before also. Regarding this speech, first within the first 10 seconds, it is similar kind of recap. When she shows happiness, actually in my analysis, there is missing of happiness on her voice. The face was happy, but the voice as well as body language that didn't show the happiness. After recap, 10-second recap, short highlighted, while she started her speech showing happiness in her voice as well as her facial expression. It is due to the color of video. And during her convincing to the audience about happiness of mind goes my blank, she still shows happiness where disgust or surprise needed. Even she used at least show her fear while she is explaining the vocabulary time, that it will be much better to surprise kind of emotion, because there are so many first time listener who believes it is due to the lack of knowledge of fluency. The vocabulary is needed, thus there should be some surprise rather than happiness or informative. After letting know the audience that vocabulary, she desperately jumped to the hesitation problem. When she easily show fear and sadness emotion, actually it was proper condition to provide the sadness and the emotion. At the time of using comfort zone, somewhere she has used the comfort zone, and to get out of the comfort zone paragraph, she used some emotion. There has to be difference between that. There are two different kinds of coins. That is really up downs, and she didn't use proper emotion over there. And one time she surprisingly told that the speaker that his or her mother tongue that easily can be speak in English with example. And again she comes with the theory that needs to be the practice. These are the contradict. Within the second transition, this can be done. The emotion to be very informative, and one should be the non-informative. And after the practice, she shows happiness over there. That is totally irrelevant. Another theory she told about that for the master in English, there should be the communication needed. At the placing that theory, her emotion is flat with closed eyes. Here either she can use fear or even she can use surprise, because that is the fact. During her another paragraph, in between middle before paragraph, she is convincing that there is the time where problem and the pain feeling will becomes toward the practice, but that is just a flat. And she showed some emotion of sadness. After that, there will be the motivational factor, positive joyness, the sadness to be as a surprise with happiness, so that first time audience need to grab that one. After a couple of this paragraph, she shows that thing. She showed happiness in her face, and also even her voice. The happiness was clearly seen. That is perfectly good. But the starting point was as emotional analysis, that was not good. And in between last period, she two times speak whatever. She saw like that. That was the surprise emotion. I think the style of showing surprise, it will be more impressive if she can use for medium pace, not surprise like this, whatever. But she used only 2 seconds to complete her surprise, which was not relevant to that time. And she saw so many techniques over there. Sometimes she uses emotion as a sadness, as a surprise, but she has to be used as informative over there. And in one tip, simple tip, do not use fancy words. Keep it very simple. These two combination is very good. But after placing this combination, she comes and feel with the stubborn to her audience, showing that how many times I told you people, that you have to be the do not use fancy word, use simple word. And the feeling of stubborn is really discussed over here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have completed.
Thank you, our speaker, Pawan Sharma, for your nice speech on emotion. Okay, so today we have theme of meeting on serving others. I think my video is not well. Just a moment. Okay, sorry for that. Today we have theme of meeting serving others. So let's discuss on serving others. So who is going to give speech on serving others? Highlight on serving others. Can I point out or raise your hand and say something about serving others? Okay, Prateek.
Okay, so I've been speaking a lot today. I feel kind of good. So I'm going to crash this party, serving others. Now, well, I'm not going to go with convention and talk about how it's good to do charity, how it's good to help people. No, no, no. I'm going to first ask, well, what does it mean to serve others? Now, do you mean serving others as in, I'm not directly asking, I'm just talking. Do you mean serving others as in like in an employee, an employer helping another employee or their employer? Do you mean serving others as in social works, serving the people, serving the country, serving the nation, serving the continent? Do you mean serving others as in quite literally serving them? Someone is sick, so I just bring them food, check their temperature. Are you okay? Will you be fine? Corona is around, you should be careful. Please wash your hands, be vaccinated. So what serving others? So first, that is relevant. But talking about social service, I think serving others is, well, human nature really. As much as it is to be selfish, we like to be selfless as well. Not only to be, how do I say this? Not only to be okay with living as ourselves, this body, this meat suit that I live in, that I've been lived on for more than 20 years and I will live in, and everybody has their own bodies that they live in. You want to feel good, right? So what do? You help somebody. You go out there, you smile at somebody. Someone might be feeling down. That smile might change their day. Who knows? I just talked about the butterfly effect. You not smiling could have changed their life. Who knows? So from a simple smile to actually going around and helping people, serving can come in different ways, different methods. But the word serving, I think it sounds a little too mean. Not mean, but commitment, committed. It doesn't really have to be that heavy, that bountiful. You don't have to really give a lot. A simple smile could really change somebody's whole day. So I think serving others is a very good thing from a simple standpoint. I hope somebody else also talks better than me here.
Thank you very much, Prateek. I think I will point out my finger to Binit Santial, our speaker Binit Santial. Binit, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here. So thank you so much for this golden opportunity. I have been listening from very early, so thank you so much. Okay, so today's theme is serving other. So on this topic, I want to share one thing is serving other means being selfless, right? Thinking about other and just trying to help other from the point whatever we can do. So there are lots of aspects that we are living our life, and while serving other people, it really gives us satisfaction. Just for example, so I'm not good at something. Just let me say, just my examination is approaching, and if I'm in problem, then if someone from my same field, just like Pawan Dai, he's from same field, like he's studying executive MBA, and currently I am studying BBA. So just previously I had some discussion, and in that time I had a very one problem that was like I really don't have any course book from my college. So the examination is there, but I don't have course book, because of which I'm in problem. And selflessly, he just mentioned some site where from where I could download some course book, and that could help for my examination. Like he supported me there. So even though he did not invest anything, like he did not waste anything there, but he supported me, and that gave me a way out from a problem. That is like so whenever we are serving other, it really does not mean that we need to give any physical asset or tangible asset or other thing. That can be emotional and anything like so serving other people or serving other is like one selfless feeling which will keep you one step ahead in your life. And let's hope that that will come back on some other day. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, our speaker Binit. Thank you very much. Okay, in my opinion, serving others. When we serve, we look outside ourselves, beyond our own problems, to seek to bring value to others. In my opinion. Okay, so I think we have to move
So
on.
may I?
Yeah, okay, oh, Kanchan sir, sure.
Because I was very fascinated by the way Agora speaker Prateek spoke, because he spoke the this dimension of serving others, because uh, uh, it has a broad, we can see it in every kind of dimensions. So what we are doing for ourselves, if we are doing some job or anything, or if we are in agriculture or in business or anything, we just at that time we are serving others in a way. So I like that dimension, because it has such a bigger dimension. We can serve other people, a country, nation, organization, or anything. So even if we are partying, we may be serving others, because when we party, we will be spending money, people will be getting jobs, they will be earning. So that is a different angle to serving others. But I think mm, today's theme, serving others, it means to serve others without hoping for any rewards. Uh, so that is actually the service to humanity. Uh, I have never heard anybody who has done, who has got all the luxuries, who has found all the wealth in the world. Uh, I have not heard of such people who have everything uh, and are not doing anything towards other. So, to be a great personality, or to be really extraordinary, we should be doing something to others. Thank you.
Thank you, our speaker Kanchan. So we are moving to another session, is evaluation session. Evaluation session will be conducted by our speaker Prateek Kharel. Prateek Kharel, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Oh, 1 second. Okay, thank you very much, our speaker Hriaya and Shrestha, the meeting leader. So you have to see my face again now. Third time, I think, today, but you'll be seeing a lot more in this session. Now, I just gave a short glimpse of the session, but this session is not really anything stubborn. It's to help you so that you improve. Evaluation. A speech is like is a journey rather than reaching a destination. It's about the journey, it's not about how you end the speech. It's about how you talk the whole way through. And we can always improve the ways we travel. If someone's walking, they can get a bicycle. If someone's in a bicycle, they can get a bike. If someone has a bike, they can get a car, so on until you get a rocket just to go to your job site. So improvement is always ever omnipotent. It's always there. It never goes away. No matter how much you improve, improvement is one of the constant things of life. As this is like my back-to-back overall evaluation session, the people who are in the last meeting should already know what I'm about to do. So this like kind of exposes my tricks a little. So I'm a little scared, but I'll try my best. First session, direct evaluation session. Today we have our direct evaluator, August speaker Pawan Joshi, the one and only, who will be evaluating our fantastic speaker's speech, August speaker Pawan Kumar Sharma. So it's a double Pawan square situation, So I'd like to welcome our August speaker Pawan Joshi to give a direct evaluation, please.
Thank you, meeting evaluator speaker Prateek, and it's an honor to evaluate Dr. Pawan in his speech, which is the 15th project. Even I have not completed that project, and it's been really hard evaluating his speech. And I have been, like studying all the objective, going through the evaluation sheet, going through the speech that he has shared from the day he has shared in his Agora group. And as a speaker, he is a wonderful person. He is audible. He know how to handle the audience. He know about the time management. He know how to persuade the audience as well. I have seen. But going through the objective, there are some evaluation criteria that I'll read and I'll answer it only. Which was the speech chosen by the presenter, and you all know it was the speech by Aline. And it was a wonderful speech. It was a speech that we could learn that how to, like speak confidently, like how do we practice for it? How do we speak in English other than our native language? It was a wonderful. And yes, it was shared in our Facebook group. The video, the YouTube link was shared. And I guess most of us have watched this video before Mr. Dr. Pawan Kumar Sharma presented here. And what the presenter analysis accurate? It was, to some extent, it was accurate because he's talking about different emotions that speaker has used, like say surprise, we say the happiness, we say about the disgust, why this is surprise. He could have been more specific, but he was like analyzing a general part. He could have been more specific, like why she could use the surprise emotion, why was she happiness, and what is the effect of that emotion in her speech? How did that emotion affected that speech actually? Next thing is to be honest, I feel that he could have selected a different speech for this particular project actually. This project actually focuses on the educational part, like how can we how can we improve our speaking in front of the audience? How can we speak in English? But talking about emotion, there are two different things, emotion and the feeling. And there is a vast difference between emotion and feeling. When you hear something or when you suffer something, the emotion comes for the first 6 seconds only. After that, that's your feeling. So you have to identify the difference between emotion and feeling. When I'm sad, for the first 6 seconds, I have different emotion. I might be crying, I might be happy, I might be surprised. And what happens when I'm surprised? What happens when I have anger? What happens I'm too much happy? So that has to be reflected in terms of analysis. Why the speaker was happy and what was the effect of being speaker happy? Why was the speaker surprised and how did that change it? In the objective, we should focus about the effectiveness of the speech. Next thing is how were the emotion or appeal to emotion used in the speech? And appeal to emotion is normally related to the term pathos that we use, like in our speech development part. And pathos is normally related to the persuade, persuade someone. In the speech, it was like more kind of information one. like she deliver a different technique of how to be a good speaker, rather than persuading persuading to be that much speaker. Next thing is, yes, he presented a different impact of emotion. He talked about, I said, you surprise. He talked about the happiness. He was excellent in this part. And again, the reason for using that emotion, he was a bit lacking in this part. And next thing is, all in all, he had a wonderful analysis of the speech. A few things that he could have improved is, firstly, directly jump into the analysis of the speech, because how did you get that speech? Where did you find this speech? That was not much necessary, because we don't need the background of the speech for this analysis as per the specific agenda sheet. Next thing is, select a speech that has emotion. Actually, the emotion means there should be some different emotion, and the emotion should have the effectiveness. Like, the emotion should have affected the speaker, and those emotions should affect the audience as well. Like, if she has suffered something, if she was so much emotional, then how am I going to be affected with that emotion? If she was happy, then can I learn something? Can I get persuaded from that happiness and learn something? So this is the actually what we call the emotion part. We learn from the emotion and we apply in ourselves. And which was the most emotional part of the speech? I couldn't find it that much emotional, I said you, but the way she shared the technique at the end of the speech, in the analysis part, I feel that was a bit more emotional, but not the 100% emotional part. And again, I repeat, because this was some kind of the educational and the informative part, because in the emotion part, we would have focused on the more persuasive part. And else, he's wonderful again. To be honest, he's a wonderful speaker. He has done a very good attempt in delivering a speech with emotion. He has applied few emotion in him, and I was surprised to see the changes in him, like the way he started, the way he changes his vocal variety from like a lower tone to high tone. It was wonderful, and best wishes in your next speeches as well. Thank you, meeting evaluator.
Okay, thank you very much. So now the second direct evaluator, we don't have one. So moving on to the indirect evaluation. Now we have our lovely evaluators who introduce themselves in the beginning, talking about their job. So now I'd like to, give them a platform to show their reports. First of all, Agora, today we have our grammarian, Agora Speaker Content Rasgiri. Could you please tell us how we did, how you liked it, and all the best. Hello.
Thank you, meeting leader, Agora Speaker Prateek. So, wow, what a wonderful session we are having here today. And I'm really glad that I have joined this session as a grammarian. So everybody spoke so beautifully, and I think it would be a sin to point out the mistakes, but if we can improve some of the things, that will always be helpful for us in future. So some of the things I have pointed out is, one of the speaker, she used the word regate. I think it would be better if we'll use reunite or rejoin or reassemble, words like that, instead of regate. And one of the speaker used a word ramifications, that I liked it so much, which means unwelcome consequence of or action or event. And another is, these are the contradictions. It would be better to use these are the contradictions instead of these are the contradict. And only one of the speaker used the word of the day today. He is Agora speaker Prateek Sharma Kharel. Let's give him a big round of applause for using the word of the day. So thank you very much. That was my evaluation for today.
Okay, thank you very much, August Speaker Kanchan Rajgiri. Next up, we have filler word counter by Pavitra Pangeni. So please, could you give us a report?
Thank you, Speaker Prateek sir. Uh, it was so hard to evaluate. It was so hard to count the filler words, but I have prepared my report here, and the first session is hot topic speech session. During that session, Speaker Amit Upreti, he uses and 5 repeating words. Speaker Kanchan Rajgiri, he used 5 or 1 and 2 short pauses. And Speaker Tulaja Dahal, she used 2 or 3 and 1 short pause and 1 repeating word. Speaker Prateek Kharel, he uses 2 similar sounds and 1 or, 1 1 short pause and 1 repeating word. And now moving on to prepare topic speech sessions. Pawan Kumar Sharma, he uses 4 similar sound, 2 or, 1 short pause and 7 repeating words. And then during educational and motivation speech session, Binit Chantel, he uses 8 or, 1 similar sound, 4 and 1 repeating words. Speaker Kanchan Rajgiri, he uses 4 similar sound, 14 or, 1 1 short pause and 5 repeating word. Likewise, at the end, indirect and direct evaluation session, Prateek Kharel, he uses 2 similar sound, 2 or and 2 repeating word. And Pawan Joshi, he used 5 similar sound, 21 or, 6 and 1 repeating word. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Pavitra, our Speaker Pavitra, for that a very informative session. You kind of reminded me the first time I did filler word counter. Everybody was shocked because I gave like 21 O's, 22 ohms, and then later on everybody told, I'll tell later in my report. Okay, no problem, you did good. So next up, before I call over the timer, I'd like to give my own evaluation so that the timer can time my own evaluation. Okay, it looks weird when I have my full screen on my face, so I'm going to remove that. Getting a little nervous seeing my own face. Okay, so talking about today's meeting. Now, I've been tasked with being an overall evaluator. My job will not only be talking about what happened in the meeting, but also a little bit about what happened outside the meeting. I'll go into that later. I have 6 minutes, which I've already taken 20 seconds. I think let's start. First of all, the meeting started on time, so a big round of applause to not only meeting leader, everybody, because, well, it might be sad, but we have been starting meetings late for a long time. Last time it was my fault. This time, thank God, I was not at fault, and everybody came on time. We started the meeting on time. In introduction, maybe due to the people who were supposed to start the meeting didn't come, but it was a little rickety. The meeting started on time, but the housekeeping rules and the guest intro was not done. Later on, the guest introduction was done, but the housekeeping rule was not. So minus points on that team. Next up, we have in our role takers, the hot topic, our speaker Amit Shrestha. I'd like to say he did a fantastic job. He explained this session. He brought the topics. He kept the, even when there was an awkward silence, he kept the conversation going. He did a great job. The topics themselves were interesting. They were easy enough to understand, and I'm sure he used the thematic topic as well, the servicing one. So plus points on that. Next up, the prepared speech session. After a long time, we have seen a project that isn't either who am I or speaking about things you like. So I'm very, very happy with our team today here. I think speech analysis have already become a foreign concept to us, right? What is a speech analysis? Well, what What is it? So I think it was kind of fresh to see a speech analysis. Good job on that. Next up, now before we move on, I'd like to talk a little bit about the meeting leader. A big round of applause to our guest speaker Hriaya for assembling the meeting, finding people, finding speakers, as well as doing all the background stuff. Being a meeting leader, it's more about what you do before the meeting. I think the meeting leading itself becomes easier by time, but talking with people, making sure they'll come, that's a little more the on hands approach. Now the thematic discussion, I don't want to thematic discussion was fine. I loved it. Sharing thoughts is always fine. Learning what other people think, learning what makes them tick, learning what they think about a topic that I think in a certain way. I find that fun. And today's theme serving others, I found it really interesting as well. So big round of applause for the meeting leader for that. Now the evaluation session, direct evaluation. Our speaker Pawan Joshi. I'm sure the time will tell it, but you took a little too much time, I think, because I saw the timer flashing red and then later just gave up. I didn't want to stop the evaluation because it had been, as I just said, speech analysis is already such a foreign concept that we're not sure how to react to it. So I'm sure next time he will improve himself. But talking about the evaluation itself, it was informative. You shared your thoughts. You told what is according to what the guidelines say, as well as what you think. And well, do I need to say anything else? I'm going to quote myself from the last meeting. Do I need to say anything here? It's Pawan Joshi. He can give an evaluation. We know that. Now, next up to the indirect evaluators. Grammarian, fantastic job. You uh, gave a report. You told us about our shortcomings as well as how many times the word of the day was used. And not to brag, but I used the word of the day, but nobody else did. So, plus points on me for that. Okay, the joke did not land, no problem. Next up, we have our filler word counter. As I just said, so I was so reminded by the first time I did filler word counting. Everybody was listening to my report and I was going, yeah, you did 14 Rs, you did 24 Oms, you did this, that, and everybody was shocked because I like say this. What the meta is, what we usually do is if there's more than 5 Rs, we say they did more than 5 Rs. If there's more than 5 this, we say you did more than 5, because people will get shocked if you say, yeah, you did 20 hours. Oh, what I did, so we usually do that. And this reminded me of the first time I did that. So it made me really happy. Thank you very much. Now, next up, timer. Well, I don't know. She hasn't given her time report, but seeing how she has done till now about giving timing, as you can see on screen, I'm sure she'll do a fantastic job. Now, before I end this rapid analysis, I like to talk a little bit about the meeting itself. Meeting was great. I really liked it, but I don't know what I can't put my finger on it, but I think it just felt so formulaic. I don't know how to explain it. It was fun. It was fun listening to everybody talk. The speech was fun. The hot topic session was fun, informative. Sharing each other's thought is fun. But I don't know why it just seems so mellow today. Everybody's so mellow. Everybody's so calm. There isn't really. I don't know. We need energy, all right, team. We need a little bit more energy. I can't even put into words what I'm feeling right now, but I really loved the meeting. I hope to see more, and next time I'm sure we'll see more. And that's it. That's it. I didn't take my full time, but thank you very much. Back to you, meeting evaluator. Okay, thank you very much, meeting evaluator. So now it's my turn to speak. My name is Prateek Kharel. I am the meeting evaluator. Next up, we have our timer, our speaker, Shrestha. Please.
Thank you, meeting evaluator Prateek Kharel. So we started our meeting 5 minutes late, and coming to my evaluation in hot topic speech session, we had 4 speakers. Agora speaker Kansan Rasgiri, he took 1 minute and 44 seconds. And speaker Tulaja Dahal, she took 39 seconds. I guess that's very low. And speaker Prateek Kharel took 1 minute 49 seconds. And lastly, Agora speaker Roshni Pandey, she took 2 minutes and 6 seconds. The allotted time were 2 minutes. And today we had only one speaker in prepared speech session. He was a guest speaker, Pawan Kumar Sharma. He took 10 minutes and 8 seconds. In evaluation session, evaluator Pawan Joshi, he took 5 minutes and 46 seconds. And coming to indirect evaluation, session Gramarian Kanchan Rasgiri took 1 minute and 45 seconds. Follower counter Pavitra Pangani. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. So she took 2 minutes and 12 seconds. And for overall evaluation, Prateek Kharel, he took 5 minutes and 35 seconds. And me myself as a timer, I Kindle Shrestha, I took 1 minute and 21 seconds. Thank you.
And thank you to you too, timer. So this really means I have to go now, because this is the end of the evaluation session. So, again, quoting myself, if you didn't like my face, then thank God. But if you like my face, then it's a little sad that I have to go. But with this, I'd like to conclude my session, handing it back to you, meeting leader. Thank you for giving me this time.
Thank you, meeting evaluator, our speaker Prateek Kharel. So today we have good meeting, and we have less participants today. We have 12 now. We have 12 participants, and now we are going to conclude our meeting. For closing remarks by our president, our speaker Pawan Joshi, the floor is yours. Our speaker Pawan Joshi.
Thank you, meeting leader, speaker Hriaya Shrestha. It was a wonderful meeting, and hats off to you for organizing this meeting. Your hard work, all good thanks to your hard work. Like, how did you manage different role? You managed to have our speaker of the 15th project in your meeting day. It was wonderful, and it's a lesson for everyone to learn that how we should fulfill all the role takers. And he bring out many speaker as well, like he could persuade Mr. Kanchan, he could persuade Mr. Amit to participate in the meeting, and it's wonderful. So this shows a leadership, like how you can influence people, how you can persuade people, how you can bring more people to the meeting. It's wonderful, and I like everyone, please put your hands together for speaker Hriaya Shrestha. And yes, everyone, we are almost at the end of the meeting. Thank you, everyone, for participating, because the learning always continues. Please do participate in the more meeting. Speak as much as you can, because without speaking, you cannot improve your speaking. You have to speak. You cannot just improve by watching other. You cannot just improve by listening other. You cannot just improve by, like some absorbing. You have to practice. Like we had our speech analysis. You have to practice. If you cannot practice, or if you don't practice, you cannot improve, or you cannot improve your speaking skills. So do participate in the meeting. Do speak. And next meeting we have a speaker Prateek Kharel as a meeting leader, and for the 18th September, I guess. Next, for the 25th September, we have to find a meeting leader. If anyone want to take a meeting leader for 25th September, please raise a hand. I'll just give you 10 seconds for that. For the 25th September, after 2 weeks, we have 5 more seconds. That's no. So I'll pick Rosni. I guess for the 25th September, you can be a meeting leader. Then next we'll manage. So for the next week, we have a speaker Prateek as a meeting leader. He will be posting his meeting schedule or meeting agenda or the poll in our group. So please consult him. If you want to take any role, if you want to be speaker, please take a lead. Come front. If you want to be a speaker, just come front. If you want to take any role, maybe it's a direct or indirect role, just come front. Invite your friend. Invite more guests. Let's make a meeting more interactive. Let's make a meeting more exciting. Let's make a meeting more humorous. So thank you, everyone, for participating again. Have a good Saturday, everyone. So bye-bye.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Same to you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.